I met Earl probably that I can remember in the 80s. Most memorable was in the 90s for me, from my memory. He is very quiet and shy. And when I first met him, I didn't think he would speak at all. But when you get to know him, then he does come out of his shell. And he's really funny, and he's sweet, and the nicest guy you could ever want to meet.
I met John when I went to the hospital to see my very good friend who was in critical care and was in ICU. I had heard about John for many years. I knew him and loved him before I had any concept of even what he looked like, because he was so good to her and so caring in her illness. And when I saw him, he was in a wheelchair waiting at ICU. And I said to my husband, that must be John. And we embraced.
Hello, I'm John Mattis. I'm 76 years old, Korean War veteran, entrepreneur with several successful businesses, was married, 4 children, met someone, got a divorce, made that incredible decision, but it was a decision that gave me 50 years of the most happy days of my life.
Hi, I'm Earl Irby. I'm 78 years old and never been married, but I was fortunate enough to find the love of my life, and we have been together for 50 years.
Well, we met at the stockyards. I would deliver cattle to the yard, and whenever the owner needed help, I would help him. He'd always provide me a horse. And Earl heard about me through a friend of his. And that's where I met Earl.
This friend from the sales yard, and so he arranged for us to meet. And I knew as soon as we met that that was it. Well, as far as my parents, my mother was very glad that I had people that I could get along with. And she liked John from the very beginning. And
well, everyone needs to be accepted by their family. My family was very hostile. Earl's family was very receptive. But my one sister, she's the one who was always so steadfast, and she was the one, the example for all the rest of the family. She believed in Earl and I.
I consider them to be role models because they've been together for so many years, since the 50s. Their relationships outlasted most marriages. They're essentially like a married couple. They do everything together. I've never seen one without the other.
They showed people that two men are able to love each other, that they are able to thrive in a community this small, and they're not gonna let anybody break them apart.
It's just a really neat relationship, and hope mine lasts that long and grow old together.
We're proud of who we are because we are children of God first. Homosexual is second. But our loyalty is to Almighty God and to all of our friends and family.
If marriage was legal, I'm sure they would be legally married. And they have a relationship that I think goes beyond marriage. I think it's more an emotional and a bond that married people only wish they could have. And I would much rather see a happy gay couple than an unhappy heterosexual couple.
Nobody's looking.
They are a complete pair. They complement each other.
And if young people today, if they would just understand that fidelity to the person that you share your life with, and respect, because out of respect comes love. And I'm so happy that we found each other. And our life has been committed to each other. And now that we're getting older, it's harder to function. I have a lot of illness. And if it wasn't for Earl, I couldn't handle it. He's my very breath.
When